Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know I'm making a second video soon after my other video because I took so long before. I took 2 weeks to upload, so I'm trying to do it more frequently. Hope everybody's been doing well since last night. I think it was last night that I started the reading my old fan fiction of Ultima Online. And we are going to continue that story today. But first I'd like to show off my awesome cool shirt today. I have a subscribe to PewDiePie shirt. Isn't that cool? Yes, I got it in the mail the other day, ordered it, it's awesome. Yeah, he's one of my favorite YouTubers. I've been following him? Yeah, follow him on Twitter, yes I do. I've been watching his videos, I've been subscribed to his videos since the very beginning when he first had his first channel. That was such a long time ago. And I'm so happy that he's gotten so big. He's pretty awesome. I just love him. So I got a subscribe to PewDiePie shirt, and I tell everybody to subscribe to PewDiePie every chance I get. And yeah, he's one of my favorites. My second favorite is Shane Dawson. But I don't have a Shane Dawson shirt yet, but I'll get one. Okay, and I will buy some of PewDiePie's actual merch very soon, and Shane Dawson's too, because I like him too. They're my two favorite YouTubers of all time. Anyway, since I'm done with my fangirly gushing here, I will start my little cringy story so you guys can all enjoy my cringy writing. Oh yeah, did you see my kitty? I got a kitty on my head. Isn't that cute? Oh, I forgot to say something. Oh yes. You know what? My birthday's coming up soon. Actually, it's in May. My birthday's coming up in May. I'm going to be 45 years old. Woohoo! I don't know if I'm going to do anything special for my birthday. I don't even know why I brought it up. It's just stupid. I just been thinking about it. Thinking about what I want to do for my 45th birthday. I know it's not a milestone. It's not like 50, but it's 5 years until 50. As I count in my head and do math. Yeah. Yeah. So I can't believe that. It's just so weird that in 5 years I'm gonna be. But anyways, I'm so sorry for thinking about that. I'm gonna go down a spiral of depression if I get into thinking about how old I am. We're gonna start our story. Okay. We had left. This story is called A Hard and Bitter Lesson, and this is part 2. Okay. Okay. As I turned my back on them, I felt my father's hard stare, and fought the urge to run. His voice was anything but soothing, as he said... Oh, as he said what? I lost my place already. Jeez. Okay. Anything but soothing, as he said. Oh my gosh, I hate it when I lose my place. I'm so sorry, people. Why do you even watch these? Okay, you're allowed to write letters. Okay, the mom said that. You're gonna follow me. Oh, okay. As you said, Amara, I'd like to speak with you in private. Follow me out of doors, would you? I heard my sister gasp, as she often did whenever she thought trouble was afoot. I felt her touch my hand as I walked towards the front door. Don't anger him so, sister. I ignored her and found my father seated on a log behind the house. I waited while he took his time looking up at me. Daughter, he began. Daughter? Are you my daughter? No. I don't know why I said it like that. Daughter, he began. I've always been proud to call you that, you know. When you and your sister came to us, I am ashamed to say that I resented your birth, for I knew your mother was not going to be able to give me any more children, much less the son I had been longing for. I swallowed back the lump in my throat. Oh, how did he know? How did he know she couldn't have more kids? No, I don't know. Elf magic, I guess. Well, no, he's a human, so maybe she knew because she's an elf, and she kind of felt like, okay, that's it. I'm not having any more kids. That's it. Okay, and sexist much less the son I had been longing for. Well, it's supposed to be back in the old days when boys are like, you know, yeah, girls were not very important back then, and boys were more important back then, so the dad wanted a son more than he wanted 2 daughters. So that's the whole reasoning behind that little scene. Okay. I swallowed back the lump in my throat and was surprised at the hurt his words inflicted on me. I knew Mother wasn't the most sturdy of elfin women. It was a miracle she was able to whelp twins and survive the ordeal. Father had told us that she had been weak and bedridden for months afterwards. too weary to do much more than eat and sleep, and occasionally stumble a few feet to the bowl on the floor near the bed, which served as a commode. But as you and your sister grew, I realized that even though Alora would always be the womanly one, you, Amara, my unfading fiery fighter, say that 5 times fast, would be the one to carry on the Rain ways. You would be able to learn to fight and use a sword as well as any boy, maybe even better. You have a gift for it, my daughter, a gift I would not see wasted. You have much of your mother in you, too. You have much of your mother in you, Amara, he said, standing over me and now holding my chin between his thumb and forefinger. Not only in looks. Thank goodness you weren't born with swarthy looks like me. Your grit, your will to challenge and question your elders. All your mother all over again. Don't let those teachers dampen your fire, girl. While you are at school far from home, I want you to keep but 2 promises to me. 2 promises. Well, if he's so, worried about her going, why does he making her go? She wants to stay home and learn how to be a fighter. Let her do that. Let her sister go off and, go off to school like she wants to. Okay. What is it, Father? I adored my father. Let nothing be said that I ever spoke unkindly about him, for he was my sun and moon and stars as a child. I will do anything you ask, Father. You know this. Wait. With those words, he left me and darted behind the house. All right. Weird much? Darted behind the house. The sheath of his kriss clanging against his plate as he went. That means his sword clanging against his plate metal armor as he walked around the house. Anyway, continuing on. I walked a few steps and sat down on the log to... probably all knew that if you played World of... Why do I keep doing that? It's not World of Warcraft. I'm reading about Ultima Online. One just makes me think of the other. Okay, I'm sorry. So if you guys played Ultima Online, you guys would know all this anyway, about the armors and the swords and any role-playing game, any online role-playing game or offline role-playing game, you guys would know this. I don't have to explain it to you guys. Okay, let's see this. Where was that? Step down. Okay. I walked a few steps and sat down on the log to wait. Wait, I thought she was already sitting on the log, or at least standing near the log. Wait, she was sitting down because the dad was like, "Hello, my daughter. You were so darling to me." Grabbing her chin by. Okay. It didn't take long for him to return with a long bundle of folded deerskin. Handing it to me, he said, "This is your going-away gift, and one I hope will serve you well." Don't worry, there's a lot more action in this story. We're getting to it. And the furnace just kicked on. I unwrapped the leathers and gasped as a bit of sunlight flashed off the metal. Holding up the beautifully forged kriss, I felt tears in my eyes again. It could be pronounced Chris. I don't know. It's spelled K-R-Y-S-S. I just say Chris because that seems like how it would be pronounced. So sue me if it's not the way it's supposed to be pronounced. Okay. It's a type of sword. It's one of those wavy swords. It looks all wavy. You'd know it if you've seen it. I felt tears in my eyes again, though not tears of anger or hurt this time. My tears were of pure, unexpected joy. "Oh, Father, my own sword!" "The sheath is there as well," he said, more to cover his own emotions. He was always embarrassed to show any emotion other than anger and passion. "It's finely made. I hired the best blacksmith in all the lands to forge it for you. Because I'm unexpectedly rich, even though I live in a small thatched hut. But I can somehow afford this." Okay. Logic. Logic is wonderful. We don't have to have logic. Who needs logic? We're just gonna have fun with the cringe. Logic's not needs to be involved at all. Okay. I don't know how to thank you. Tears were streaming down my cheeks, unhindered now as I gently laid aside the blade and ran to embrace my father. "It's the most wonderful gift I've ever been." As for the first promise, Amara." He held me at arm's length and looked down at me. Even though I was 16 and already quite tall for my age, my father towered 3 heads above me. His nickname, before he'd settled down to have a family with my mother, had been Fighting Bear, since he was broad of chest and tall as a bear standing on its hind legs, front paws in the air, and fought as fiercely as any grizzly in battle. "As soon as you are able, find someone to continue your training, and practice every day with the different strikes, feints, and parries I've taught you." You know it's what I want more than anything." I know, he had a twinkle in his... He said, a twinkle in his blue eyes. I know I had no need to worry about you, my daughter. I have one other thing to ask of you. The second promise, I said, and he nodded, his face a mixture of fear and determination. I waited, and he looked back towards the house. The sound of horse feet could be... Horse feet? You mean hooves? The sound of horse feet. Okay. Could be heard clopping swiftly down the road towards our home and farm. One of the workers we'd hired to gather the vegetables gave us a shout to let us know our escort was arriving. Time grows short. Your mother and sister have already gotten your pack ready, I would think, he said. He looked at me again and said strongly, You must watch after your sister. She's not as strong as you. She thinks she is, but there are many dangers for a girl as delicate as she. Please, you must be her protector, her guard, until I can find a husband to properly look after her. I nodded. I knew Alora wasn't as strong as me, and I would want nothing bad to ever happen to her. I love my twin, even though she got on my nerves a lot, and really didn't seem to know which way was up most of the time, but I loved her and would do my best to protect her from harm. I began to realize a very important reason for me going along to her school. I promised to keep my word, Father. I will go away to school and keep an eye on Alora. Of course I would. I could do no other. I would want to die if anything happened to her. And practice, he reminded me. I smiled, as if I needed to be reminded. I couldn't wait to try out my new sword. And this is where we're going to leave it today, since we're about 10 minutes past when we're 10 minutes into the video, and I kind of want to stop before we get into like a half an hour like the last time. Anyway, what do you guys think of this new story? Is it good? Is it cringy? I know it's cringy. It's probably a little bit of both, mostly cringy. If you would like to hear more of this story, please subscribe, of course, and like, and leave me a comment. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye. Oh, yay, it's Friday, so I actually did get this out on a Friday.